Welcome again to Cooking Around's channel. What do we have for you today? Another magic diet recipe. It's awesome. And you know the soup will help you shed off those pounds. Just click below and check out my blog and you will see. You know that the first original one is almost #1 on the net. And look at the weight that I have lost ever since. And this is the way I looked back about 6-7 months ago. And if you combine this with my running program, you know that you're going to look awesome. So let's not waste any time and let's get going. Okay, grab yourself a whole celery root with the green part, and I want you to grab yourself a medium leek, and we're going to be cutting it up in 2 different parts. Now on the root part here, I want you to cut that off, and I want you to trim it and take all of this hard skin off because it's very bitter, and I shall be back. Okay, grab yourself about half a head of cabbage, and I don't want you to use this part here. I want you to use this outside part for now because it's a little bit more tender, and I want you to now cut it and shred it as fine as possible, just like this. And we're going to be using this to put into the soup on our last stage of cooking. Now here I'll be using about 1/4 of my total half of a head of cabbage, and the rest I'm going to put away to use in the main stock of my soup. Now grab your leek, and we have the white and we have the green part. Take the tip off where the roots are. We don't want that. And most of the white we're going to use for the main stock of our soup. So we're going to cut this amount off, about 3 pieces. And we're going to keep the green for something else. And we put that in our plate for later. And now what I want you to do is just slice it right down the middle like this. And I want you to try to shred it as fine as possible, just like this. And when we are done, we just put it to the side and away we go. Okay, so this part is done. Here we have some cabbage, we have our green leeks, and this part here we're going to work with first to put into our main stock. Okay, grab yourself a large pot, a big handy dandy pot, and put in 1 tablespoon of cooking oil. And I want you to take the onions, and here I have a leftover of some green onions, and it comes to about 1 large onion, and just throw it in like that. And the rest of your leeks, I want you to throw that in, and I want you to stir that all around for about a minute, and we shall be back. Okay, now it's been a minute over medium heat, and now what I want you to do is I want you to grab the green part of the root, celery root, and add that chopped into it. And I want you to add 1 liter of water for now. Now you're going to add your beetroot, and this will substitute the potato without the calories. So now we add the rest of our cabbage, which I cut chunky like this. Don't worry about how it looks at this point. And to top things off, I'm going to add another liter of water, and I'm going to add another ½ liter of water and bring the water line up a little bit. And now 1 tablespoon of low sodium vegetable stock, and I'm going to add some fresh parsley. The parsley just gives it a nice, awesome, round, healthy taste. And I will bring this up to a boil, and I shall be back. Okay, it's almost boiling now. So what I want you to do now is I want you to cover it. And I want you to get your handy dandy chicken, and I want you to set it for 35 minutes. And I shall be back when the chicken calls. All right, it's ready. Let's see how it looks. Oh, does that ever look awesome. Now what we need to do is we need to check the root. We need to check the celery root and see if it's tender enough. So what we do, take a fork, stab it in the middle, and you can see it's absolutely perfect. So let me come back to you and show you what we're going to do next. Okay, my soup has cooled down. So now what I want you to do is put it on your handy dandy blender, cover it, and I want you to let that go for a couple of minutes. And basically that's what I would like to see. Okay, everything's back in the pot. Grab your shredded cabbage and your shredded leeks, and I want you to put this all into there, just like that. And now what I want you to do is I want you to stir it around a little bit like this. And of course, here we go again. Now grab your handy dandy chicken. I want you to set it to 20 minutes and I shall be back. Okay, we're back. It is ready. Now we need to taste to see how much salt there is in there. So I want you to grab your spoon, grab a little bit in the center, and I want you to taste it. Now I want you to be careful here. If you want, you can add more salt, but for me, I want a little bit more salt. So I will put more in, but please be careful that this is a diet soup, so keep it down to as less as possible. And now don't forget the fresh ground pepper. I like it fresh, and you can add as much as you want to give it some taste and some pizzazz. And to really make it taste good, I'm going to add some tomato paste, about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons and a half, and that will give it a nice, rich, thick taste that will stick to your ribs. So, and now we add the goodies. We add 1/3 cup of fresh parsley, 1/4 cup of green onions, 1 tablespoon of thyme, 1 tablespoon of rosemary, and 1 tablespoon and a half of cumin. And that gives it a nice rich taste. So put that all in there, stir it all around. Oh, is this ever going to be awesome? And we are done. Shut off the heat, and I hope this helps. And all I want to say now is thank you very much for allowing me to present this to you. I hope it does wonders for you, and I will see you again on my next cooking video. Bye now from Tony and Cooking Around.